you did not read the post in the group, you will want either a rolled yoga mat or a rolled towel, beach towel if you've got one. If not, just a regular towel is fine. We can work with that, not a big deal. You will also want either a yoga strap or a belt or a like robe tie, some sort of piece of fabric or something. You can use a t-shirt and roll it up. It doesn't really matter that much. You can use a shoestring for that matter, if you know whatnot. Just a little something to. We're not gonna need anything for anything huge, so it's not that big a deal. Anyway, we're gonna get started lying on our backs this evening. So if you have a towel, I want you to fold it in a long waist position. So you'll fold your towel edge to edge, and then fold it again where the edges are. You're just gonna roll it long ways, have a long roll. Then you're going to tuck the top in a little bit for a like a pillow to prop your head on. I'm not going to use my yoga blanket. I'm going to use the towel tonight. So roll your towel or blanket or whatnot, long rolled, and gently tuck it in. Now, you're going to lie down with this rolled blanket or towel right down the center of your back. Line your head on the pillow part. Getting yourself comfortable. Your shoulders are going to be hanging off. You don't want anything too high. The higher you go, the bigger the opening you're going to have. And if you go too high, you may have a little back pain. It may be a little uncomfortable if you have a tender back or sensitive areas. It's also going to be a very big opening in the chest and the heart area. You can keep your legs straight out, or you can have your knees bent, whichever you prefer. Arms are going to be out to the side with the palms facing up. Make sure you find your balance on this little towel roll or yoga roll, blanket roll. Bring your awareness to all the points of contact your body has with the mat, the floor, whatever surface you're on at the moment. Feel yourself being supported. Feel the support you have down the spine with the rolled towel or blanket. Feel the support on your head. Knowing that you are supported well, that you're safe here. This is a safe place. Let's take a great big inhale through the nose. And then exhale side out through the mouth. Letting any tension go. Again, big inhale through the nose. Exhale side out. Let the shoulders drop a little more. You should feel that opening across the chest. You should also feel the opening on the ribs. You should feel the ribs kind of gently coming down the sides of the body. Now, if it's available to you this evening, begin inhaling and exhaling through the nose. If not, you can gently purse the lips and inhale and exhale through the small opening in your mouth. As you inhale, let the belly rise and fill up with air like a balloon. As you exhale, gently deflate that balloon, let the belly fall. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale deeply. completely. Nice, big, slow, deep inhales. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Continuing nice, slow, deep inhales. A few more on your own. Noticing that lying on this little roll here helps you get a deeper, more complete breath. That you open up the lungs, open up the rib cage and the diaphragm, getting a big, deep inhale. Slow, complete exhale. One more great, big, deep inhale. Slow, complete exhale. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Let your hands come down to the belly for just a moment, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the chest a moment. Slowly rolling over to one side or the other, moving your blanket or your towel out of the way. And then slowly rolling over to your hands and knees. If you need that towel or blanket for a cushion under your knees, that's perfectly fine. Finding your way into your tabletop position, your toes are curled, your shoulders are over your wrists, and the hips are over the knees. Let's cat-cow here for just a moment, so spread those fingers nice and wide. Inhale, gently lift the head up till the chin is parallel to the floor. Drop your belly for cow. Exhale, tuck the chin, arch the back, press the floor away from you for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale back to your tabletop position. Now, I want you to take your right hand behind the right ear. You're still in your tabletop position. I'm going to turn where you can see. You're going to inhale and lift that right elbow up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring that right elbow in between the arm and the knee. Inhale, open. Exhale into tightness. Inhale, open. Exhale into tightness. Inhale, open. Exhale into tightness. Inhale back to your tabletop position. And now let's go to the other side. So you're going to take that left hand behind the left ear, not on the head. I want the hand on the left ear. This brings your shoulder more in alignment. Inhale, open up, elbow to the ceiling. Exhale, elbow in between the arm and the leg. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Again, inhale, open. Exhale in. Last one. Inhale, open. And exhale in. Inhale back to your tabletop position. Now I want you to take your right leg. And you're going to take that right leg and you're going to bring it out to the side with the toes up. I want you to relax this side because you're going to automatically just kind of tense it up. Curl the toes on that left foot. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press the hips and buttocks back. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, press back. One more time. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, press back. Sitting here for just a moment and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, back to your tabletop position. Let's stick the left leg out to the side. Again, toes are up. So, take a big inhale. Exhale, press the hips and thighs back. Your left thigh is relaxed and you are curled on the toes on the right foot. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, press the hips back to the buttocks. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, press back. One more time. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, press back. Let's hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, pull forward, and exhale back to your tabletop position. Now pressing the knuckles of the palms of your hands right under here firmly into that mat. I want you to curl those toes. We're going to shift into our first down dog of the evening. So press the hips up to the ceiling and drop the head between the arms. Let's hold here for some stillness for just a moment. We generally automatically begin to pedal our feet out, but I want you to check in here with your dog first before we do that. Are you pressing your heels towards the floor? They don't have to touch. Do you have your shoulders dropped away from your ears? And are the hips shooting straight up to the ceiling? Your knees can be bent. And remember, you're pressing those knuckles of the palms of your hands firmly into that mat. Now begin to pedal those feet out if you'd like. Wiggle, waggle, turn the hips, do whatever you need to feel good this evening. You can roll out the plank if that feels good. Back and forth, once or twice. Meet back in down dog here. Now get those feet nice and wide. Get the edge of the feet along the edge of your yoga mat. A little wider than shoulder width if you don't have a mat. And I want you to take that right hand. Reach that right hand towards the left toes or the left ankle. If you can't do that, you can place that hand right in the center of your mat. Gently look underneath that left armpit and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back out to your wide leg down dog. And exhale, take the left hand towards the right toes, the ankle. You can reach the calf if that's available. If that's neither of those are available, press that hand firmly into the middle of the mat. Looking underneath your right armpit this time. Drop into that shoulder and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back out to your downward facing dog. Now as you exhale, let's walk all the way up the edge of the mat so your legs are nice and wide. Let's take a big inhale and exhale. Drop into a deep squat here. Making sure that you've got these heels on the mat. If you can't sit in your squat with your heels on the mat, then I want you to do one of 2 things. Either come up until you can squat where you've got the heels on the mat, or grab that towel. You can always grab your towel or your yoga mat or blanket and fold it so that you can get those heels on the mat. Widen those legs out, get those elbows in between the thighs. Or if you need to, just right on the outside, keep pressing those legs out. You can bring those palms together for palm to palm pressing to help you press into those thighs. And now let's reach those arms up. Bring them back down. Now your palms are facing each other. Your elbows are right along the insides of the thighs. Let's reach right arm up and twist. And breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back in. Exhale, left arm up and open and twist and breathe. Keep pressing that right leg out. 2, and 1. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, reach the arms up overhead. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press yourself all the way up to stand. Slowly release those arms. You can take that towel out from behind you if you need to. And now let's come to the top of our mat. Let's do a couple of sun salutations this evening. We are going to we're going to do some short holds tonight, not some really long ones. So we're just going to hold for 2 breaths, all of the poses. So if at any time you need to, you can go, you can come out of the pose. We're just trying to build some strength. So find your good mountain pose. And let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, press the hips and thighs back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Let's step back to your plank. Make sure you've got a nice, strong plank here. You've got the shoulders over the wrists. Your hips, heels are pressed towards the floor. You're not sagging in your back. You're not piked up. You've got a nice, tight plank. Now roll those elbows in. And then slowly bend the elbows. Lower yourself to chaturanga, hovering at the bottom. Don't collapse to the floor. And then now you can move to cobra, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, step that right, then that left foot forward, and exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Then hands back down to the side, and again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Pressing those palms firmly into the shins, keeping that spine straight. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Planting the hands firmly onto the mat. Step back to plank again. Make sure you've got a good, nice, strong plank. For 2. And 1. Rotate those elbows in. Slowly lower to chaturanga, halfway. Don't collapse and hold. For 2. And 1. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra, whichever you need. For 2. And 1. Exhale, down dog. And breathe. For 2. And 1. Inhale, step the left and the right foot forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up. Exhale, Utkatasana, awkward chair pose. Making sure that you've got those knees back just a little bit. You do not want the knees coming over the toes. You want to be able to see the big toes. Arms are either up overhead or you have them out nice and in front of you if you've got really tight shoulders. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, let's sink in a little deeper. And breathe. For 3. 2. And 1. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, Utkatasana again. This time, cactus arms. Bring those arms up, keep those elbows up to the shoulder height. Palms facing outward, fingers are wide. And breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up. Exhale, Utkatasana one more time. This time bring the hands to the heart. Take a big inhale. Exhale, twist over to the right. Drop that left elbow on the right thigh. And breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back to the center. Exhale over to the left. Right elbow on the left thigh. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, forward fold. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bring the hands back down to the side and let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And we're going to move into Warrior 2. So let's step that left foot out to the side. You're going to be lengthwise on your mat. We're going to start with this left leg. You're going to put it parallel to the short edge of the mat. So, and depending on you, bodies are different. You may want a wider stance or a narrower stance. Just make sure the heel is parallel to the foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Now, these hips should be nice and squared. So my hands are to the side, and you can see here, my fingertips are facing forward, and it's like I've got headlights here. So, and that's what you want. Warrior 2, you want these nice open hips. So you're going to take these right toes and that ankle and just turn it so that these hips stay nice and forward. If your hips shifted this way, bring that foot back. You may want to step that foot forward a little bit and then turn the toes out so that the hips still stay square. Now, and again, you may want a longer, wider stance. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, bend the right knee. You're staying nice and straight. Imagine you've got a pole down the center of your body. You're like a carousel horse, so you're grounded nice and firmly into the ground. Weight is evenly distributed on those feet. Your gaze is over the right fingertips. You're not leaning forward. Sit up nice and tall. And breathe. Rotate this thigh out. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, flip that right palm up. We're moving into extended side angle. So drop that right forearm to the thigh. Reach the left arm up and over. Bring that arm alongside the ear so that you've got a nice long straight line. Extended side angle. Your thumb is facing the ceiling. The palm is facing away from you. Make sure you drop this left hip. And breathe. Gaze can be either at the floor or looking out to the side. Inhale back out to Warrior 2. Exhale, release. Straighten that right leg. We're going to move into triangle. So take a big inhale. Exhale, reach forward to the right this time. Feel this hip cock. And drop that right hand to the back of that calf. Reach that left arm nice and up. You can go down nice and easy. Again, gaze is either at the floor or straight forward. I don't want you wrenching that neck trying to look up. Reach the crown of the head forward and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, release. Let's turn those right toes back in. Hands are right here in this hip crease, right where the leg meets. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press the hips and thighs back. Wide leg forward, fold. Bring those hands to the floor. Let the head hang for just a moment and breathe. Let's inhale, reach that right arm up and open and twist. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, left arm up and open and twist. Exhale, hand down. You've got a couple of choices here. You can reach your hands out to the ankles and walk your way up, or if it's available to you, reach those arms out. Keep a nice straight spine. Slowly come all the way up. And exhale, release. We're going to move into Warrior 2 on the other side. So take that right heel and bring it parallel to the short edge of your mat. Again, check those hips. Make sure that they are nice and squared forward. And you're going to turn just the left an ankle. And if the hip shifted, then bring them back. And then see if you can just walk it out or move the foot forward or back so that you can keep those hips nice and squared. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, this time bend the left knee. Gaze is over those left fingertips. Again, you're standing nice and tall here. You are not leaning forward. You're nice and strong. Imagine you've got that pole down the center of your body. You are grounded into the ground here. Your feet are firmly planted, weight evenly distributed between them. And breathe. Four, 3, 2, and 1. This time flip the left palm up. We're moving into extended side angle. Drop that forearm to the thigh. Reach that right arm up and over. Again, bring that arm alongside the ear. Keep rotating that shoulder open. Your palm is facing away, thumb reaching the ceiling. 4, 3. Dropping that right hip. 2. And 1. Inhale. Way up. Exhale, release. Moving into triangle. I'm sorry, leave your arm, pick your arms back up. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge out to the left this time. Drop that left arm to the back of the calf. Reach that right arm up and open. And breathe. Gaze is either at the floor or looking straight forward. You're reaching the crown of the head in front of you. 2. And 1. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, release. Turn those right toes in, left toes in. Hands right in that hip crease. And again, take a big inhale. Exhale, right leg forward, fold again. Hands to the floor. And breathe. Soften those thighs, let them relax. This time let's walk the hands over towards the right toes. And breathe. Feeling the stretch on your side body here. Inhale back to the center. Exhale over to the left now. And breathe. Inhale back to the center. And then go ahead and continue to walk those hands over to the right. And then find yourself back up to the top of your mat. And exhale, step back to plank. And move through your vinyasa. We will meet in down dog. And breathe. Couple of breaths here. Inhale that right leg up to the ceiling. And exhale, you're going to bring that right leg through. We're going to move into king pigeon. So you're going to drop that right knee down, left knee back behind you. Now, this is where you may need your towel or your yoga blanket again, because you want your hips to be nice and squared off. So if, and I'll have to show you because my hips don't work right, so I do have to use. So you want your hips to be nice and square. So if you can't be on there, nice, take that blanket, towel, whatever, so the hips are nice and square. You can have your leg tucked in, you can bring it out. Your back leg should be straight behind you with the top of your foot resting on the floor, toenails pressed into the floor. You can sit up nice and tall here. If you've got your leg out, this right leg foot should be flexed so that you're protecting both your ankle and your knee. Take a big inhale. If it's available, you can walk your way down. As low as you'd like to go, or stay as high as you need to this evening. And breathe. For 3. Softening in, relaxing. 2. And 1. Slowly pressing yourself all the way back up if you were down. I want you to curl the toes on that left foot and then step back to downward facing dog. And breathe. Inhale that left leg up. And then exhale, step that left leg through, bringing that foot, dropping that knee down. And again, right leg, knee should be flat down, top of the foot flat on the floor. If you need your blanket, block, whatever, for this side, make sure you've got it available to you. And again, you can have the foot curled in, you can have it pulled out in front of you a little bit. If you've got that foot pressed out, make sure you've got the foot flexed so that you're protecting the knee and the ankle. Sitting nice and tall, take a big inhale, and then exhale, fold over. If that's available to you, you can sit if you need to. Softening in, relaxing, and breathe. For 3. Two. And 1. Slowly press yourself back up if you're folded over. Curl the toes on that right foot. Step up. And press back, downward facing dog. You can move your blanket or towel out of the way if you had it. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now slowly come down to your knees and then shift up. I want you to bring those legs out in front of you. Pull the flesh away from the sits bones. Sitting nice and tall, making sure you've got a nice, tall, straight spine. Moving into Paschimottanasana here. Hands are on your thighs. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Keeping a straight spine. Run your hands down the thighs, the knees, towards the shins. If this is as far as you need to go, that's perfectly fine. You can go to your ankles, the toes, as long as you've got a nice straight spine here. I don't want you rounding the back. Nice straight spine, reaching the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Your chin is reaching towards the toes. Now, I want you to find your edge. I want you to go as far as you can, and then I want you to back away, and then I want you to back away a little more. And that may mean that if you're touching your toes, that you come down to your ankles. Or if you're at your ankles, that may mean you come to your shins. If your shins, that may mean that you come almost to the very top of your thighs. I just do not want you to stay at your edge, because I want you to back away to give a little room for those muscles to be able to relax. You cannot relax those muscles, or they cannot relax, if they are so tight. So we are going to take a big inhale. We're going to exhale, soften and relax the thighs, relax the buttocks, relax the hamstrings. You want to be at awareness. You don't want to be at any pain. So check in here for a moment. See if you need to back away some more. If not, fine. It takes anywhere from 70 to 120 seconds for the muscles to get the signal from the brain that it is okay to relax. You actually will feel the release when it happens. That is, if you have backed away enough. If you have not backed away and gone to awareness instead of pain, you're less likely to feel when the muscles do release. It will feel like a big release, and you'll be able to move deeper into the pose. So breathe. Gently back away and release. All right, now I want you to bend those knees. And I want you to, let me take this off, grasp the toes of that right foot with your peace fingers. So grasp those toes. Bring that left hand behind you. I want you to straighten out that right leg in front of you as much as you can. If this is as far as you can straighten it, that's perfectly fine. I want you to straighten it and then bring it out to the side. And then straighten it back in and drop it down. Now, take the other one. Take the peace fingers on the left foot. Bring that right hand behind you, palm on the floor. Lift that heel up. Straighten that leg in front of you as much as you can. If that knee is bent, that's perfectly fine. Just get as straight as you can. Roll it out. Roll it out. You have that leg on the floor, whatever. All the time bent. And bring it back in. And slowly release and release. Now, let's take both fingers on both heels. Now get yourself seated nice on those sits bones. Now, if this is as far as you can go, that's perfectly fine. Let's roll those shoulders back, engage those abdominal muscles. See if you can lift those heels up. If so, great. If not, not a big deal. Now see if you can straighten one leg and then the other, and getting both up. If you can, great. If you can't, not a big deal. Let go. Now, if you can get both of those legs up, I don't know if I can do this tonight. It's been a pretty big day. I want you to see if you can roll yourself back and then come back up to sitting nice and tall in this straddle pose. So roll back, touch the floor, and see if you can come back up and stay. Ooh, I did it. It's hard. Now, bring those legs together. Keep holding those toes. We're going to try and drop the legs down and not touch the heels to the floor. Engage your abdominal muscles nice and tight and slowly drop and not let the heels touch. And release. All right, good job. Now, spring, bend the right leg underneath. Let's cross the left on top of the right. So nice and tall here. You can have your hands on the toes for just a moment. Taking a minute to inhale, sit nice and tall, relax, letting the hip come down to the floor. It may take a moment. And if you can't get that hip on the floor, it's perfectly fine. Grab your blanket, grab your towel, gently place the cushion under there to help get it nice and supported. Now let's inhale, the arms up. And then let's exhale, reach the right arm up and back behind you. Reach for those fingers. If you can't reach them, it's not a big deal, y'all. No big deal. And breathe. 4, 3. 2. And 1. Inhale back up. Exhale, release. Slowly, gently get yourself out. And let's go to the other side. So tuck this left leg underneath. And let's get the right on top. And y'all, one side's going to be different than the other. Completely. It's going to feel completely different. You're going to have one hip. Like this hip for me is up pretty high. I'm going to need my towel for some support. And that's perfectly okay if you need some support. One hip's always going to be tighter than the other. Again, get nice and comfortable. Take a moment to relax. It's hard to relax in this pose unless you've already got really open hips. And breathe. Inhale, open the arms out. And this time we'll reach the left arm up and behind you and reach for the fingers. If you can get them, great. If not, not a big deal. And again, one side is going to be completely different than the other. One's going to be a lot closer, or maybe if you're lucky, you can touch fingers with both sides. It's great. And breathe. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, release. And unlock and unbind. Now stick those legs out in front of you. Kind of shake them out. And now this is where you're going to want to get your strap or whatever it is you're using for a yoga strap this evening. I'm using a nice little belt tie for a robe. We're going to do a bridge. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your strap or piece of fabric, whatever you've got, and just place it right here on the tops of your ankles, on the fronts of your feet. You're going to walk your buttocks down towards your heels, and you're going to come to lying on your back, and you're going to hold the sides of your strap or whatever you're using this evening. And take a big inhale. As you exhale, press through the heels, lift the hips up to the ceiling, and roll back on your shoulders, pulling that strap towards you. You'll see how much easier it is to lift that chest, to roll back on those shoulders, and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release, and release. And now, I want you to take that strap, or whatever you're using, and I want you to place it on the ball of that right foot. And I want you to lift that right leg to the ceiling. And I want you, that foot is flexed, and I want you to pull that foot towards you. So you're like pulling that leg into that socket, into that hip socket. Now you're going to take the straps, both sides of your strap or your belt, whatever you're using this evening, in your right hand. And you're going to draw that leg out to the right. That left leg can be bent or straight, either one. Left arm is out to the side, and breathe. Slowly inhale that right leg up to the ceiling, and then switch hands. I want you to grasp the sides of whatever you're using into that left hand. Bring the right one out to the side, and then draw that right leg over across the left side of your body. Now drop that left elbow to the floor, and breathe. Inhale back up to the center, and then exhale, slowly lower that right leg down to the mat. Take a moment, check in, notice how that right hip is probably sinking a little deeper into the mat, and that right leg feels a little longer than the left. Now switching the strap to the left leg, I want you to put that strap on the ball of that left foot, and then lift that left foot up to the ceiling, taking strap or your belt, whatever, in one hand, and pull that leg down into that hip socket. Not like super hard or anything, you're just helping it down. You're just feeling the stretch there for a moment. Now you're going to take the strap in the left hand this time and draw that left arm out to the left side. And breathe. Inhale that left leg back up to the center. Switch. So grasp the strap in that right hand and draw that left leg across the right side of the body. You can drop that right elbow to the floor, feeling that hip and the glute on the left leg, and breathe. Inhale back to the center, and exhale, release, lowering that left leg to the floor. You can move your strap out of your way. And bending those knees. Getting yourself nice and comfortable. making sure you've got that nice curve in the spine. You don't want to be pressing that lower back into the mat. Let's do a little hip twist here. So let's widen those feet out to the outside edge of the mat. Once you bring the arms out into a T position, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Take a great big inhale. Exhale, drop the knees over to the right. Your gaze is up at the ceiling. Or you can gently look over the left shoulder towards the left fingertips. Inhale back to the center. As you exhale, reset your hips. Take another big inhale, keeping those feet flat on the floor. Exhale, drop the knees over to the left this time. Your gaze is either up at the ceiling or gently looking over the right shoulder and fingertips. Inhale back to the center and exhale, reset your hips. We're going to do one final pose this evening before moving into Shavasana. We're going to move into fish pose. So I want you to bring your palms down on the floor right beside your buttocks. And then I want you to lift your right buttock, bring that right hand underneath there, left buttock, bring that left hand underneath there. See if you can get your thumbs to touch. And then you can straighten those legs out. And then I want you to roll those elbows under close so that your arms are almost completely underneath your back. Now take a great big inhale. Imagine you've got a string in the center of your chest. And as you exhale, imagine that string lifting your chest. So you're going to arch your back, lift the head and chest up, press through the elbows, and then gently drop that head back onto the mat. Your chest is up off the floor, your spine is arched, your feet are active but not flexed, you're pressing through the elbows. If you need to come out of this pose at any time, please do so. Now inhale, press through your elbows, lift the head and chest up, and exhale, lower yourself back down, bend your knees, and then roll your arms out from underneath you. Take a moment, and then find your way into however you want to practice your Shavasana this evening. Traditionally, Shavasana is practiced lying on your back, with your feet about mat width apart. Your hands are out to the side with your palms facing up. But if this is not comfortable to you, find a position that is comfortable. You can bend your knees. You can have a pillow or something underneath your knees for support. You can have both hands on your belly, one on your belly, one on your heart. You can have both on your chest. Whatever feels good to you this evening, find your way there. Get comfortable. So just take a great big inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. And again, a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. Bringing your awareness to all the points of contact your body has with the mat and the floor. Again, notice how you're being supported by the floor or whatever surface you're on at the moment. Notice your clothing, the texture of your clothing, the texture, the feel of any of the yoga tools you are using right now, the mat, whether you've got a bolster, a blanket, a block. Now take a moment, notice the air around you. Is it warm? Is it cool? Now bring your awareness for a moment to all the sounds around you that you can hear. Maybe you can hear something outside. Maybe you're in a room, noticing any noises. And bringing your awareness to your breath, coming inward again, knowing all this other stuff is around you and that you can tell something is going on, but you don't let it bring your focus away from that breath for a moment. Noticing the inhales and exhales. Letting the breath come and go naturally, not trying to control it though, just checking in with it. Now bringing your awareness to the toes. Visually imagine the toes relaxing, melting away, softening. Now visualize the soles of your feet and the tops of the feet and the ankles relaxing. Now feel them relaxing. The right foot and your left foot are completely relaxed. Bring your attention to the calves, your right leg and your left leg. Now squeeze those calves really tight. And then let them relax. Now bring your awareness to the thighs and the buttocks. Squeeze the thighs and the buttocks really tight. And let them relax. Now curl your toes and your heels, tighten the calves and the thighs and the buttocks really tight. And let them all relax, let them go. Now beginning at your torso, tighten the belly and the lower back, the rib cage in the middle back, and the chest and the upper back, squeezing really tight. And let it go. And one more time, your entire torso, the abdomen, the lower back, rib cage and middle back, and your chest and your upper back, squeeze really tight. And let it go. Your shoulders, bring your awareness to the shoulders. Bring those your shoulders up to the ears and squeeze. And let them drop. Now squeeze the shoulders and the upper arms and the forearms and bring your hands into fists really tight. And let them relax. And again, your shoulders, upper arms, forearms, and hands into fists really tight and squeeze. And relax. Purse your lips, wrinkle your nose, squint your eyes, wrinkle your forehead. Imagine squeezing and tightening every hair on your head. And let it relax. One more time. Purse your lips, wrinkle your nose, squint your eyes, wrinkle your forehead, tighten every hair on your head, and let it relax. Now your whole body, from the tips of the toes to the top of the head, I want you to tighten and squeeze the toes, the ankles, the shins, the calves, the thighs, the buttocks, the torso, the arms, the head, entire body squeeze tight. And let it relax. You squeezed and tightened everything, and you've let it go. Visualize yourself softening, sinking deeper into the mat, knowing that for the next few moments, you don't have to go anywhere or do anything. You don't have to be anybody for anyone else. All you have to do is let go and relax. Comfort makes everything better. With comfort comes nurturing, genuine acceptance and love. Comfort doesn't involve any expense. It comes from the heart. It goes right to the heart. Look how much better you feel when you receive comfort, when you comfort yourself, and when you allow the universe to comfort you. Look at how those around you respond when you give comfort. A comforted person feels renewed, healed, genuinely okay. When you're comforted, the pain and stress that it's awakened you each morning dissipates. You open your eyes and feel happy to be here, happy to be you. You know, you really know that all is well. Finally, you feel safe. When many of us were young, we ran to our mother, grandmother, or aunt to make a skinned knee, a hurt feeling, a bruised ego better. Now we're grown. But there's another mother who can do that too. Some call her the nurturing feminine side of God. She is all that is in the universe and in each of us that is loving, tender, and gentle. And her comfort really does make everything better. Comfort heals. It brings joy to the spirit. Comfort renews power, vitality. Comfort opens you up like the sun unfolds the petals of a fragrant and beautiful flower. Simply put, comfort will make you and those around you happy. Take a deep breath. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your wrists and ankles. Bring a little movement into your body. On your next deep breath, lift your arms up over your head. Give yourself a great big stretch. And then bend your knees and roll over to your favorite side, right or left. Does not matter. Whichever one you feel you need in this moment in time. And stretching your top leg out for balance with your head heavy. Press yourself up to a seated position. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. Thank you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.